Hey, Keith here. You know, whenever you're doing a build on a camper van or you're making modifications or upgrading, one thing that you're always going to need is wire. And you don't need big, super heavy duty wire because number one, we're using low voltage. 99.9% of everything we do is in 12 volt. And you're going to be using low amperage. The only exception to that is when you're running from your alternator to your battery or from one battery to another. At that point in time, you're going to need a heavier wire. Let me show you what I use. For a economical, high quality wire, what I use is speaker wire. This has to be high quality to give good sound in these expensive sound systems. This works really well in a van build. 14 gauge, 12 gauge, and 10 gauge is what you're going to be using most of the time. That's great for applications like the 14 for your ceiling lights and that type of thing. 12 gauge can be whenever you're putting multiple items on, or you're going to be using on something like the roof vent up there. 10 gauge is for running from like your solar charger down to your batteries, because most of the time you're going to be using less than 30 amps. Now, on those applications when you're going to be using more than 30 amps, like a DC to DC charger, or you're going to run from your main battery back to your auxiliary battery using the alternator to charge it, you need a heavier gauge. And what I found works best with that are jumper cables. That is the most economical way to do it. Here's an example. This is a 4 gauge. It's 25 feet long. And it is just exactly what I will need to run from my chassis battery to the DC charger and from the DC charger to the battery. That will handle in upwards of 50 amps. So that's the way I do it. Economical, and it works really well. I'll put links below if you're interested. And let me tell you, I have found that this is economically and quality-wise the best way to go. Hope this helps, and I hope to see you out on the trail later.